Alright, so it's been a while since I posted. I did make a couple of videos unmolding these guys and filling in the little holes in them. And I made a video going over the UV resin and talking about the two-part resin that I normally use, but both of those videos ended up being over 20 minutes long. And I didn't realize that I can't post videos that are more than 15 minutes long. And I don't know how to edit videos, so I had to scrap both of those videos and then wait for some free time to make another video. So hopefully I can keep this under 15 minutes. So the plaster used to make these four guys is what came in Nerdy Crafter's kit. And the plaster that's currently in this mold is just some stuff that my grandmother had in her garage. So it didn't mix the same way as this stuff did. So I'm not sure how well it turned out. So we're going to unmold this guy. So yeah. It's all cracked and stuff. So you gotta be careful with this hand on this side. It's already broken, but basically you gotta wiggle it out. He's already broken. Yeah, I didn't really have much hope for this plaster. It was pretty old. Get that hand out of there. Okay. So we can set the mold aside. I'll wash it later. And then we have a fifth guy. He surprisingly doesn't have that many holes, but he's got a lot of cracks. Looks like his limbs are going to be falling off. So I'm probably not going to end up using this guy. But basically, set him aside because he's too broken to work with. So what I did with these three guys was I used the liquid Sculpey and some clay, the white version of the one that came in the kit. I have white, and since these guys are white, I used the white one with the liquid Sculpey to fill in the holes on these guys' heads. I don't know where the white is anymore, so I have the gray that came in the kit. And this guy has a pretty big hole up there. So basically, you just gotta knead the clay, soften it up because this is pretty hard because it's been in a very cold room. Put a little liquid Sculpey in it to help it along. Fill these holes with liquid Sculpey. And add the clay to the holes. And once you've got the clay on there, you'll put the guy in the oven for a little while. There's not much clay here, so it won't have to be in there for very long. So my video that I originally recorded for the resin, I went into like a couple of different types of resins. That's why the video ended up being so long, because I was comparing and contrasting the different resins with this one that came in the kit. So I can't do that this time because I don't have any of the other resins anymore. So we're just going to use the resin that came in the kit. Okay, so see, covered his head. He doesn't have a giant hole anymore. And I'll put him in the oven later. And I think none of these guys needed any more touch-ups. So maybe this guy's hand, because, yeah. Okay, you put the liquid Sculpey in the hole, and then put pieces of the clay on there to build it up. Okay, so, see, can you see that? Got the clay built up on the giant hole that was in his head. And then I've got the clay built up on his hand where there was another hole. And they will go in the oven later. And then these guys are fine. See? No damage. Other than, you know, the holes that come with the mold. So, I've got these little resin, made these little guys with the mold that came in the kit. But you don't have that video anymore, so we're going to do it again. We've got the Sophie and Toffee UV resin that came in Nerdy Crafter's kit. Just going to open it up, and we're going to follow these instructions. So it says to stop at about 90% of the way. So we're not filling these completely. Okay. It's like, doesn't want to come out. It's also not a good idea to have your pets nearby when working with resin. But Mom's not home right now, so she has to stay here because she needs to watch the door. Otherwise, she'll panic. Her name's Trixie, by the way. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the bird that's talking is a cockatiel. His name is Billy. So we've got that open. I'm going to pour it 90% of the way into the molds. There we go. Set that over there. Also, when you use the UV light, make sure this isn't nearby. Keep it out of the way. And another thing you can do is you can take the alcohol ink rainbow and put a little bit of that in there. There we go. Then make sure that you put the batteries in your UV light. Takes AAA's, 3 of them. Just stick them in there. Voila. UV light. And then you hold it over the resin for 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds per spot. Trixie just left. She probably can smell the weirdness. It does smell weird. So it might be a bit before I get in another video because I still haven't figured out editing, and I want to actually show the whole process of turning these guys into something good. So let's see, it's hot to the touch. But there you go. Little bit of UV resin eyeball. Let's get the one that I put the stuff into out. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is a little bit glittery. This camera's not very good, so you probably can't tell. Alright. See you sometime.